as we are all working from home and multitasking, a lot of us are in need of the ability to look at two screens simultaneously. Well, mobile pixels in your choice of a 12.5 or a 14-inch portable magnetic laptop monitor is what we're offering today. So here's the deal. This is the first look at it. It's at a Black Friday sale price. Typically, this would be somewhere around $249 for the 12.5 inch. It would be $279 for the 14 inch. We have it for $219.98 and 5 payments of $44 for the 12.5 inch, or for the 14 inch, $239.98 or 5 payments of only $48. Here's the deal. This allows your laptop to become that dual screen. And I was talking with our smart guy, Brett Hamilton, earlier about the fact that I struggle when I'm doing a Zoom meeting on my computer with not having the ability to have another screen handy that I can then access the notes that I need or the information for the show that I have coming up. This solves that problem at a phenomenal price. I don't have to worry about trying to find another monitor, and it is portable. So wherever my laptop goes, this can go with me. It's E234598. Smart guy, Brett Hamilton, welcome in. It's nice to have you here with us again.
You're not going to let that rest, are you? No.
No, I'm not.
Right. So I know I'm probably overstating the obvious here, but we're working from home. We're learning from home. My wife teaches at a cyber school. She was ahead of this game before it all happened. She has brought that virtual world to our house, and she's been working on 2 monitors for years. Mm-hmm. I never really thought it was something that I was going to use until all of this happened. Right. And now I can't live without one, because many people go, well, if I'm doing 2 different things at once, I've got to go buy a second computer.
Right.
Well, you don't. 1, you're going to save the money. 2, laptops are getting tougher and tougher to find right now just because of all this craziness. But to be able to go and do more than one thing at the same time, to be more productive, used to be a task. Well, it's not anymore. Let's take a look at the way that you can use a second screen, or a number of ways to use that second screen and kind of multitask as we go along. So check this out. We could start with the fact that most of us are at home right now, and maybe the kids have taken over the classroom. Go ahead, guys, roll it. Maybe the kids have taken over the television and they're watching TV, or they're gaming, or they're doing whatever you're doing, and you want to watch QVC and you go, you know what? I wish I had a small TV. I wish I had a second. You do, because there you go. One laptop, one Mac, one PC, whatever it might be, it'll work on all of them. You could watch QVC on one screen, and you could shop simultaneously on the second screen, but it's all coming from one computer. If the kids are learning from home, there's their teacher on her own screen on the right side, instead of being in that tiny little square, that tiny little box, while they're following along with their lessons at the same time. You are working at home. She's working at home, he's working at home. You've got your email opened up on one. You could have more information, graphs and Excel spreadsheets and all that other stuff happening simultaneously, as I keep saying, on that second screen. And for many of us, we're shopping at home, but we're also interacting online. And maybe the family gets together and goes, I've got some Christmas ideas. I wish I had the Bose Wave music system. Well, you haven't even finished the video chat while you're talking to your mom, your wife, your sister, your husband, whoever it might be, an uncle, and you could go shopping for it over there on one computer. And I think many people think, well, in order to do all this, I probably have to buy a lot of gear. You don't, Jane. Right out of the box, the screen itself comes with all the cabling that you're going to need. You'll plug it into either a USB port, or if you've got a newer computer that now has USB-C, you don't need to know what that is. Just know that if the cable fits in this one or it doesn't fit, then plug it into the next one. The monitor will come to life, and then you can kind of drop and drag whatever it is that you want from screen to screen. We've got QVC open and .com at the same time, but you could be watching a movie in theory on the main laptop, on your laptop screen, and at the same time go over here and open up a Word document, or be productive doing whatever it is that you're doing.
Just so they know, there are 2 sizes available. The 12.5 inch is going to accommodate a laptop that's 13 to 14 inch, and then your 14 inch will accommodate a laptop that is 15 to 17 inches. And I showed you the slide. There's also some magnetic discs that come with it, so that you can attach them to the back of the computer in case it is not magnetic. And then literally slide the piece so that, again, it adjusts automatically to you. You can adjust the direction that you have the screen angled, and it clips on to the side of your laptop, and then watch as we're kind of watching the live show. Here is the live show and my cursor is here. But then if I want to say, oh, I kind of like what he's saying, let me go to QVC.com. I've got my other screen operating as we are looking at the live show. It is such a great idea. And right now, like I said, my example is, Zooming and wanting to be able to look at the notes that I've written down, or to be able to look at the information about the product that I'm going to be presenting for work, and not being able to do it because I only have one computer screen. Now I have the ability to have two screens that work independently. I think it's a great idea, Brant.
Yeah, and the other thing too is I think for more than anything else, parents and grandparents, if your kids are learning from home right now and they're struggling with that single laptop because they are multitasking, and my wife teaches 3rd grade. These little guys are on this one screen and they've got the teacher up in the tiny little box and they're trying to do their math lessons, their grammar lessons and stuff like that. More and more parents are going, I can't invest $500-600 in another laptop. We don't know how long we're going to be doing this. But to be able to add that second screen with one cable and then be able to open that world up to something that they're not struggling to do whatever it is. It's already difficult enough, right? They're used to being in the classroom, used to seeing the teacher, they're used to interacting. Well, this is the way that they're interacting now. And certainly, if your husband or your wife is working from home right now and they're on one screen, they're probably used to have access to more than one thing. So as Jane said, you've got the ability to be able to move the cursor and go over here and get to different screens. I've got a Word document open, I've got a movie, but this could be pretty much anything. And the whole idea, as she said, is that this will, I've got my wires taped down here to make it pretty for TV, but you could slide this behind here when you're done, it'll collapse, close the laptop, and it becomes part of the whole form factor. So it's not like this is permanent. You can also move it from left to the right side or right to the left side. It can be adjusted for portrait. If that's for some reason what you need to do, maybe you've got something formatted a little bit differently. But it's essentially plug and play. If you have an older computer, it will still work. It'll work with regular USB, but also with USB-C, Jane.
Well, we only have a couple hundred of each one of the sizes available. The 14-inch has been popular. Again, that will be for computers that are 15 to 17 inches. I was thinking about college students. I'm here talking with one of our technical directors, Vin, about his kids who are in college and kind of having problems because now a lot of it's virtual. This gives you the ability to watch the lecture on one side and then take notes if that's what you need to do on the other screen. And the fact that you can take it with you is the most important thing, is that this whole thing slides together, closes up, or can be removed so that you can, again, take this wherever you need to. E234-598. It's a really great idea for the time that we're in right now. But I tell you what, Brett, I don't think we're going to be changing much for the next 6 months, unfortunately. So I think that we're going to have to adjust to the fact that this will be probably the new normal for an extended period of time and make accommodations for that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of businesses are learning too, and we were talking about this earlier off the air, that they're not going back to the building because it's cheaper to have people work from home.
Right.
Will the kids go back to the classroom? They certainly will at some point. But when companies can save money, be able to have you work from home and you've got that workstation now without having to fill up an entire room with multiple computers. It's all about saving money because we're all responsible for our own expenses when it comes to this. Nobody's reimbursing us to go get that second or that third laptop. And truly, you don't need it. You see how easy it is to adjust. I mean, you've got the lessons here, you're watching over here, whatever it might be. We're all going to have different scenarios. For those of you that are meeting with your doctors virtually, this could be the doc right here, and this could be whatever you're talking about.
And taking notes or whatever. So E234-598 is your item number. The 12.5-inch laptop screen is going to be $219.98, 5 payments of $44. And if you need the 14-inch to accommodate those larger tablets, that's going to be available at $239.98 and 5 payments of $48. Continue to be in the process of placing your order for this. Smart guy, you've done it good. Again, thank you so much and have a great evening.
Thank you.
All right.
Love you.
Bye, Brett. Love you too. All right. Well,
I love that. He's branded